Welcome to Ho Chi Minh. Hello. Yes, check out. We are leaving this hotel today. It's been a very good stay. They have a shuttle that would take you to the airport from the hotel. So I think it will take about 10-15 minutes from here to the airport. And we are going to fly from Da Nang to Ho Chi Minh today. I will be staying in Ho Chi Minh for about 5 days. So hopefully I will show you some beautiful sights that I didn't get to show you previously. Come on, man. Yeah, come on. We are in the domestic Da Nang airport. So the one thing that we discover in Vietnam is that if you have status on Delta and if you're part of the Sky Priority, then your status transfer over to Vietnam Airlines. So you could actually get status here for Vietnam Airlines with your Delta. So just make sure if you have status on Delta, go with Vietnam Airlines. You get a lot of perks. One of the perks is not standing in this long line over there. You could go straight to the Sky Priority counter. So for me, the best way to travel in Vietnam is I prefer to travel by plane if we're going long distances. And if we're going short distance, then I like to hire a private driver. And it just makes the traveling part so much easier that way. No TSA pre-checks. You're used to the TSA pre-check. You kind of have to get your shoes, belt, everything off your body to go through security, and you have to put out your liquids. They're not that strict with liquids here, I found, but we just been checking our liquids in with our check-in bag, so we didn't have to worry about it. But it tastes very good. We have to get on a bus. I hate it when they do this because it's like free for all. It doesn't matter what zone you are. Once you get on the bus, it's like chaos. So the perks of having status is that you have a separate bus that takes you to the airplane. And there's this bus is kind of like for everyone. So if you don't have any status, then you will go on a bigger bus. And then if you do have status, then you go on this smaller, nicer shuttle. Welcome to Ho Chi Minh.
Welcome to Ho Chi Minh City. Okay.
So now the taxi people will have to wait right here for you. I didn't have to wait here last time. They were able to pick me up from over there. So you pick kind of like an area and then you tell your Grab driver which area you're at and he will come there. It's pretty crazy.
Thank you for your way.
It's okay. Thank you for picking us up. That's funny. Hello. So this is Jenny. If you come to Ho Chi Minh, you need to reach out to her. She can book all your car service and your tours.
I am Jenny and I work for Jenny Tour VM.
So I'll leave her information down below. So make sure you contact her if you're in Ho Chi Minh.
Thank you and welcome.
This elevator is like a nightclub. This is the deluxe. Here you have your refrigerator and instant noodles. Nice. These are my people. It's really cute little room. Very, very cute. Like the rain shower. Okay, our first dinner in Ho Chi Minh. We are going to try out this European place, kind of close to our hotel. This spaghetti, so far very, very good. This is the ritziest part of Ho Chi Minh. You see really expensive shops here in this walking street. It's really beautiful. And from our hotel to here, it's about, I would say 7 minutes, so it's not bad at all. It's really, really pretty to just hang out here at night. We are in the night walking street in Ho Chi Minh, and I believe they only have this on the weekends. So make sure if you're in Ho Chi Minh on the weekend, you need to come here when the sun sets because it's really nice to walk around. So they have a fashion show going on right now. Thank you. The 9th floor would be where the food and the lounge area would be. I don't have high expectation for this breakfast, but I might be surprised, so we'll see. So it's a set type of food. The main reason why I booked this hotel because they advertise that there are free drinks here. So I'm just gonna get my money worth of chips, instant ramen, and soda over there. The location here is really, really great for this hotel, and that was the main reason why I booked it. As you can see there, the breakfast is a little bit slacking. So if you're expecting like really, really great service and the fine dining experience and all of that, this is not the hotel for you. So the omelet. And then I don't know what I got, some sort of noodle. It's like a pho noodle, but it's not pho. There is this kind of hangout area up here. That's really, really nice. There is a washer and dryer in here with the iron board, and they actually have detergent pots for you, so you don't have to buy it. The view from here is not that great because you're just looked down to, rooftop of other people's building. If you're a light sleeper and you can't stand the noise, then I don't recommend booking at this hotel because it was just noisy throughout the whole night. Again, the location is really great. I really like the location. It's 3 minutes to Binh Tan, 5 minutes to Saigon Center, 5 minutes to that walking street that we were on last night. So location-wise, it's really nice and safe. Today we will be exploring Ho Chi Minh City, also known as Saigon to the locals. Ho Chi Minh is a really unique place that you should visit when you're in Vietnam. I just don't recommend this is the first city that you visit because it can be overwhelming and chaotic. The traffic here is insane. To me, people are a little bit more aggressive. They're not as nice. I don't know, it's just like overwhelming effect of the big city. So I recommend starting from Hanoi, then just kind of make your way down to Ho Chi Minh and then end in Phu Quoc. That would be like the perfect itinerary for Vietnam. And I will have a separate video kind of explaining all of that. But for right now, we will explore Ho Chi Minh for the next 5 days. I will take you along with me to different things that I didn't get to do last year when I was here. Hopefully this trip will be a little bit better and I could show you more of the city. Another tip when traveling in Vietnam is that try to come to each city on the weekend. Like get in here Friday, Saturday, probably the latest. That way you can experience their night market. Every city would have their own version of the night market. So it's really cool to kind of experience that if you can. We are going to this fish cafe that I've been seeing a lot on social media that I've been wanting to go for like years now. So we finally gonna do it. It's about 20 minutes from our hotel by car, and it's gonna cost around 67,000. So I'll let you know if it's worth it. So welcome to the Oasis Cafe. So this cafe is kind of known for the koi fish. We don't have this back in the States, so it's kind of cool to just sit and drink coffee and surrounded by this like natural, not natural, but semi-natural beauty. This is very popular in Thailand, and I think they kind of took that idea and made it into this. It's really, really cool. So it's definitely an experience to come if you kind of enjoy things like this. It's only 67,000 from our hotel to here. That's like less than $3 to kind of just sit here and enjoy some coffee. This is like an Instagram paradise here. English translation, and then it's all Vietnamese. So this has been a really good experience if you just want a place to relax for a few hours before you move on to something else. Okay, so this is the store you want to go if you want big sport bikes. So these will probably get stolen really fast on the street. This could be another option if you want to live in Vietnam and don't have to worry about the hassle of buying a house. You could actually rent places like this, and this area is like beautiful. Cái chỗ này là nếu mà mình mướn một tháng kiểu là bao nhiêu?
Nó sẽ dao động là khoảng 45 cho tới 50 triệu tùy view và tùy cái nội thất trong căn hộ.
Okay.
Sẽ bao hết các phí quản lý điện nước, các thứ cho chị luôn.
Vậy nếu mà mướn một tuần có cho mướn không? Hay
Dạ,
là
có một tuần luôn.
Là bao nhiêu?
Một tuần thì mình tính theo đêm chị nha. Là một đêm thì khoảng là 2,1 triệu cho tới 2,3 triệu.
Okay.
Và là ngày thường, còn cuối tuần thì nó sẽ rơi vào 2,5 triệu cho tới 2,7 triệu.
So this is the swimming pool for this apartment. Wow. is a really famous walking street because a bunch of bars, street food, just a lot of stuff going on right here. Best time to visit is at night. Cars are not allowed in here, but motorbikes are still. So this I think might be considered a red district because there's so many bars here. You're gonna see women dressed very provocatively here to draw in the men late at night. I don't know if they're gonna do it right now. That is very good. Come on, Ngân. So we just experienced our first time with a coconut seller scammer. So if they're come up to you and they're really nice and friendly, they act like it might be free, but then after they open it and let you drink it, they will want money from it. So if you see people kind of like pushing any type of food on you, just don't accept it. Just either walk away because they're gonna keep bothering you until you accept it. Một cái đất nghĩa. So this is the food street right across from the Independent Palace. It's very similar to the Grand Central Food Court in LA. I got pork rice for $135. There's a restaurant kind of right next to the food court. The food court is just like right there. And then this restaurant right here for like way less. I haven't tried this place, so I don't know how good it is, but the scenic is a little bit better. Might be a better experience if you want that traditional style restaurant. Over there is more like a food court, so it might be nice to experience both if you kind of stay in this area. So this is the area that I recommend you look into for hotels if you're in Ho Chi Minh. It's so close to everything. The Independent Palace, the Notre Dame Cathedral, Post Office, and the Remnants Museum, along with that food street right there, which is, I wouldn't stay here just for the food street because the food is not that great. Let me just be honest. It's mediocre food and you're paying more for it. So we have this is the Independent Palace, and then after that we will go to the War Remnant. If you have one day, I would just probably stay around this whole area. Our itinerary for today is we went to the food court, but I would probably start earlier in the day. That way you go to the War Remnant first, then come here for the Independent Palace and have lunch at that food court over there. And then after, go to the Notre Dame and the post office, which is very close to this area also. I don't know much about the war. For my generation, my dad was probably around 12 at that time, so he doesn't really understand what was going on because we live in the central Vietnam. Central Vietnam, for the most part, are neutral. We didn't support the South. They pretty much hated the North just because of the aggressiveness of the whole war. So some of the central people didn't support anyone, but they were still being affected. Just like my mom, her whole family, the land that they own got confiscated by the North family was pretty well off, and after the war, they were like poverty overnight. Cho hai cái tiếng Anh. So it's 90,000 a person for the audio tour. Make sure you bring your hotel key card because either you leave your passport, driver's license, ID card, or credit card. The least amount thing is the hotel key room. Hey, here we go. Then I could tell you more about it because right now I don't know anything. So overall, I don't think the audio tour is worth the 90,000 that you have to pay extra. But it's kind of cool to come in here and see all of this. I honestly thought this was like the palace of the North or the South during the Vietnam War, but this palace is actually set up by the French when they occupied Vietnam. So the war is like, we have World War II. The Japanese tried to invade Vietnam. They fell. Then the French occupied it for a short period of time. I think that's where we get a lot of French influences here, from banh mi to the architecture. And then after the Vietnamese kicked out the French, they kind of like blow this palace in half. After the French left, like a few months later, the American came to kind of help the South become independent from the North, because the South wanted capitalism and the North wanted communism. And I believe there was going to be like a voting during that time. But when the American came in, it's kind of like muddied the whole water. So it became like a civil war. The South supported the American and the North was like pretty much fighting the whole country. So then that's where the war remnant will be. I thought this would be kind of be a part of it, but this is more of like the beginning leading up to the Vietnam War. Thoughts about visiting the Independence Palace. Do I think it's worth it? Not really, unless you love history and you want to see the revolution leading up to the Vietnam War, then it might be a good visit. But after coming out from this, I'm still more confused. And I don't think the separate exhibition, I don't know how much that costs, I'll put it down here, is worth a visit because it's just a lot of propaganda. I think it's mainly the North setting this whole area up. So it's, like I said, history is written by the victor, so it might not be accurate information that we see in there. We might just see all the horrendous things that the president Diem whatever did, but maybe he did a lot of other good things. I don't know. It's just very one-sided. Is this cafe next to the War Remnant Museum. They have an air-conditioned room if you want to come here to escape from the heat. You know, it's just nice to just come to a place with AC and just kind of relax. Don't force yourself to go to like 5 different things and rush through it. It's not worth it for your health. This is your vacation. You can make it however you like. So just take it slow, enjoy a little cafe like this. Even with no reviews, just go and try it out because the reviews here, you shouldn't trust the reviews here. Chị cho em 2 cái vé. So it's 40,000 per person. Cảm ơn chị. It is raining out right now. It's sunny and it's raining really hard. So we're just gonna run in here to kind of get away from the rain and then come back out here later. Oh, geez. It did say that it was gonna rain today. So this museum is pretty much the northern perspective of the war. You're not gonna get the American was the hero of the story. They're gonna come across as the villain. You know, the irony about all of this is most Vietnamese living over here, probably I would say 60% of them would love to go to the US, even with this craziness that happened in the past. Like everyone want a better life because they believe in the American dream. And it's just sad that this had to happen. Really, really crazy to see all of this. I don't know. It was kind of interesting to see all of this, but again, it is one-sided. It's not like they asked the American their side of the story. So, and there are a lot of pictures that it's hard to see. So just be prepared that you're going to see a lot of gruesome photos in there. That's the end of the War Remnants Museum. I don't know if I'm going to use this video. It's a little bit hard to see all of this, even as a Vietnamese, so I can't imagine Americans seeing this. I recommend you come here if you like war history, but a lot of images are really hard to watch or see, so just beware before you go. It's really brutal. They didn't filter anything. It's just everything is just, yeah. You know, it's really interesting because as an American with my husband, who is obviously an American, visiting North Vietnam, we don't get any hatred, so to speak, or animosity. Is that the right word for it? And it's just when you visit Hanoi, you think the people would remember all of this, but when you go there as an American, it's fine. Like they treat you with this respect. It just like the whole war didn't happen, which I find really, really interesting because Vietnamese don't forget. They hold a grudge really, really well.
A few moments later.
The best bún bò Huế I had in Vietnam is really weird, but I found that the best bún bò Huế is in Saigon. I don't know what's about bún bò Huế in actual Huế, but it doesn't taste as good as the one in Saigon. Look at this fork. Interesting. Bon appetit. I don't know what I'm eating. That was a huge mistake going there. Everything in there is just crazily priced because you're right next to the street here. It's just the price is insane. The food was not worth the price at all. Probably something much better down the street for a fraction of that price. Yeah, I would not recommend going there. You know, I found that the price in Vietnam is just insane. I don't understand it. Our dessert costs more than our dinner. 600,000 dong at that dessert place that I can't taste anything. But you know, it's just like part of the experience. That's why the reviews here are not trustworthy. Like that place has tons of reviews and none of it said anything about the price there. So that's pretty interesting. I honestly would not recommend going there. It's just ridiculous for the price. So now we're just gonna get our drink on this street place, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like 15,000, 20,000, even in this like really nice area. So we'll see. Full service. Nice. Bao nhiêu vậy anh? 40. 40, cảm ơn anh nha. Mine is very good. We have come talk tea before. Let me see. Cheers.
The next day.
Good morning. So today is the last day in Ho Chi Minh, and you can't visit Ho Chi Minh without visiting Big Thanh Market. So we're gonna go in there to find something good to eat for lunch. This is a dessert place here. I highly recommend you stop here because it'd probably be better than the dessert that we paid over 600,000 for yesterday. So we are gonna eat here. I don't know anything about this place, and a lot of locals are eating here, so I'm just gonna sit here and eat. Pretty good selection of everything here, so that's good. This is the specialty here. She was like, if it's not good, you don't have to pay for it. So I said, okay, so. That is very good. So this might happen, like they drag you into different stalls. So if you don't have a lot of time and you don't want to go to a lot of places to buy souvenir, I would just make a stop here and just spend a few hours, get whatever you need, and the price would be a little bit higher if you don't know how to bargain. But for the most part, if you know how to bargain, the price is very compatible to anywhere else. If you do go to Big Thanh, make sure you just go on the inner area, not the outer rim of where people are selling. If you see that they're all wearing the same shirt, it's from one corporation that's selling the product there. So you're not really helping the locals when you're buying stuff from a huge corporation that are already making a lot of money. Now we are going to the post office. It is about 5 minutes drive from here, and we paid 32,000. You could walk to the post office from Big Thanh, but it's 94 degrees right now, and it's just really hot at 11:30. If it's this hot, just take a Grab. It's not worth your health to walk this half a mile or 0.8 miles. This is the post office. We were here on the previous video. I just want to show my husband. And they're still doing construction on the Notre Dame right next door. And I heard it might be another 10 years before it's completed. So it's kind of sucky that it's all covered up and you can't really see it. But it's a really beautiful church. So hopefully they will finish soon. With this ice cream from my childhood. Một cái sô-cô-la và thêm một cái vanilla. Welcome to Ho Chi Minh Post Office. Okay, so the stamp is 30,000 to the US. I don't know if it's going to be the equivalent if you mail it anywhere but the US, but it should be around there. They give you 3 different stamps, and I don't know exactly how you put it on here. But they have this thing here for you. You put it down. Hopefully there's not like a correct way to place the stamp. And you just place it on here, and that's it. 30,000, you have this stamp from Vietnam, which is really cool. So if you find a beautiful postcard in Vietnam somewhere, I would recommend buying it and then come here to mail it because you could be spending like an hour here just to pick out a postcard. But right next door, there's going to be a little shopping area that I will show you next. So the post office is there and the street I'm talking about is just right next door, kind of. See, much more chill here. You don't have to fight with the crowd to get postcard. Just get one from here and then go over there to ship it. This is known as the Book Street of Ho Chi Minh, and you're going to see a lot of handcraft stuff here. So the price will be a little bit more than what you would normally find at a souvenir shop because it's all handmade for the most part. Go to places like this that have AC and then just sit here for a little bit to get your body temperature down, because when you're walking around like that, you don't even know if you're dehydrated. You might not feel dehydrated, you just feel tired, but you're super dehydrated, and that's how you get heat stroke. So for me, the hardest part is trying to find a nice place to shop that's not Hermes, Dior, Zara, or H&M. I'm looking for like a specialty stuff that you could only find in Vietnam. And I honestly don't even know where to go. So that's why we're just wandering around here. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and all of that is like 2-minute walk from here. And you could get a drink for 15,000 here. This is probably the best sugarcane drink I have in Vietnam. It's really good. We are currently at Saigon Center to escape the heat. Where we're staying at right now is about 5 minutes walk to this mall, so that's why I picked this area when I was looking for hotels. The overall experience at the hotel, I don't really recommend it because the customer service is kind of slacking.
15 minutes later.
I decided to find a bún bò place because today is the last day we will be in Ho Chi Minh, and this came highly recommended, so we will come here. When you come to places like this on off hour, they just run out of everything. We asked them if they have Coke. They're like, no. I just found it very fascinating because they still have to open for dinners. Maybe someone will come and restock the inventory. So just be aware of that when you go to places like this. When it's not lunchtime or dinner time, they might be running out of food. So one thing to note, in places like this, they don't give you napkin. They have these wet towels, and if you use it, then they will charge you. So that's why it's so crucial to bring like packages of napkins around when you're traveling in Vietnam. So we will try this bún bò. If you want to see the traffic of Ho Chi Minh, come to this foot-long cafe around 4:30 and you can see the craziness of the traffic here. There's a beauty to the rhythm of everyone kind of moving around each other. I don't know how to explain it. You just have to watch from above of how they move and kind of avoid each other. It's all control. We've been sitting here for an hour and we have not seen one crash. I've been looking for this everywhere and it's just down the street from my hotel. They're still alive. Like this one is still moving. That's so crazy. Cho em nửa cái ngợp xả này luôn. Cái đó là cái gì vậy?
Vừa đặt lại cà phê á. 5.000 một cái.
Cho em một cái được không?
Chuối hay đậu?
Cái nào ngon hơn?
Anh thích là chuối hơn đậu.
Cho em một cái chuối đi. I got all of this for 100,000. That's amazing. So I ordered Nguyen Hue clam with lemongrass, and then this one is not something else with lemongrass. These are the Snails. Here is the duck egg. Well, look, the way they package this is really cool. Look at this.
And then they even gave me like a little cup to dip it or like pour it in. So the way you eat it, you use this toothpick and you take it out. There you go. Then you eat this. Very good.
3 hours later.
Thank you for watching. Until next time.
Lips on the cover and camouflage.
Up.
Action!